Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to episode 7 of my Frostpunk The Last Autumn series. Now in the last episode, we experienced the first snow and got an important message from England. The cold is coming faster than anticipated, and the sea is expected to freeze over in about a week's time. This is going to cut us off from new supplies for about 6 days, or we're then just going to have to wait until evacuation from icebreaker ships. We've also just picked up 50 extra workers, ballooning our population up to 288 now. Most of these new arrivals were hungry, they've mostly been fed, but a lot of them were sick, and they're currently being treated. 20 of them are being treated in our various medical facilities, the infirmary and the 2 medical posts that we have, but 8 of them are not. We've also just passed a law in the last episode to allow us to distribute extra rations, allowing us to feed the sick a little bit more, speeding up their recovery. Of course, this was a controversial law. Some people now are accusing the sick of faking it in order to get more food. We'll just have to trust them implicitly for now. So, let's have a little bit of a recap, or an overview rather, of what's going on. We're currently at stage 3, the heart of the generator, building the foundry, the core, and 2 support frames. So we've done 1 support frame so far, and we're currently researching the technology to get the foundry. Once the support frames are in place, then we look to build the core. Now if we zoom out and just zoom back in to refresh the UI. Construction-wise, for doing the support frames, they need 25 structural profiles each. We have paid that. But for the core, we need 25 steel composites. We currently have 15. We've just found that out in the wild. We're currently researching the foundry because that's where we make steel composites. Now I don't know exactly how much are made in each one, or how much it takes to make one, or how fast they make them. But generally speaking, we want to then rapidly get the next technology on from that, called innovative process, which I have no doubt is going to reduce the cost somewhat of the materials involved. Apart from that, the population, as we said, is 288. 39 of them are engineers, of which all of them are living currently in engineers' lodgings. So we have class segregation where engineers live separately to the workers, the scum, the filth that live out there. And each of you are named after engineers that I had. So we've got 39 names in the game. Unfortunately, we're probably going to get a shipment of more just in a moment. So in the next episode, we'll have even more names in there. But I've named everyone I can. Also, just to reiterate, each one of these houses can hold 8 people. And we currently have 39 engineers. There are 5 houses. That means 40 capacity. Every engineer is currently living in there, giving us a slight motivation boost every time the day ends. As well as that, every chapel, every household is living within range of a chapel. Every single one. It says almost all of our people have access, but I looked at it. It's every house that I've built, so I don't know why it says that. It should be everything. Unless, maybe, it's counting the fact that we do have, of course, the penal colony, the 5 convicts who live outside of the range of a chapel. Or maybe also the foragers who are away. I don't know if it counts them. Now, we do have 5 convicts. This is technically now open to being a penal colony, but I don't really want to bring in more convicts. For one, it seems dangerous. It seems risky. Rebellions. I don't know. I don't know what can actually happen, but I know that this developer too well to know that there is something that could be done wrong with them. They can't just be beneficial. Oh, they eat less and they just need security and that's it. I don't buy it. There's something else going on with that. So unless we absolutely desperately need them for the workforce, I do not plan on bringing them in. The other thing is we currently have 408 food rations. That's about 2 days worth of food. That's because everyone eats 1 ration per day. We have nearly, let's just say we have 300. We have 288. At 300, if we're eating food 300 every day, and we know that in future the sea is going to freeze and our little hunting thing is going to run out, that means that we probably need to have about 1,800 food stored to take us through the days without food coming in. That's a lot. So we've built 2 advanced fishing docks, which is going to bring in something like 6 food per hour. Which is okay, but it's not enough, technically. So we might have to disassemble one of these docks in future. But for now, we'll leave it. We'll see how we're doing with the food coming in. We should be storing excess food for a while. Now, I know I'm taking a while to start here, but it's very important we lay out all of this stuff so that you can follow along with every decision that's being made. So, the plans for tonight, for me, are to build another sawmill Probably out this way to clear room for an expansion. Something like that's fine. So another sawmill. It's currently 6:30 in the morning, day 29, by the way. I believe it's day 40 where the sea is going to freeze. At least that's what I wrote down. And then I'm also going to build another resource depot. We've already got 2 unassigned, but I have a feeling we're going to need them because we're going to be bringing in a lot of wood. That's my plan. Because we eventually want to get to charcoal kilns, which is going to convert the wood that we have into coal. And we want to do that because the foundry is going to require coal and steel to make steel composites. I don't know how much. We'll just have to see when we come across it. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's everything covered. The only other thing you need to know about is we're currently en route to reach Site 120, and the weather is getting disastrously windy out here, as you can see. So we're on the way to Site 120. There's not really anything else around that, so we're hoping that this is going to open up more things. Hopefully, it'd be amazing if we got another food spot, but I doubt it. The current food spot that we have is the herd of reindeer, and there's 4 days left of it. We get food from it every day in 8 hours. So I assume 3 to 4 days left of food. And then there's rusting rails, and that's the only other undiscovered location. So that's the situation. That is it. Let's get back in. Alright. Alright, let's let time play. So we've got 74 people not doing anything, but of course 28 of them are sick. 27 of them sick. But it's the evening, it's early morning, so we're letting them, you know, build, get some work done early in the morning here, and then we'll get them to proper work later on today. Gas is going to be trickling on up tomorrow, so we'll have to check in on the safety of this place. Now, the ventilation plant, I'm going to turn it off. Don't think we need it on. We'll see. It's not online yet, anyway. Work time! Get to work! Ruben Brudenell. Even though it's 0 degrees, the place is toasty, so I wouldn't worry about that just yet, but we are going to have a drop in temperature on day 31 to consider that. Survivors from the south spreading anxiety. Sir, people we rescued from workers' camp. Those who fled from the failed generator site are unhappy with life in our camp. They complain about workplace safety and overtime. They call the work conditions inhumane. They claim that our camp resembles their own too much. What's worse, our people listen to them and grow anxious. We could ignore them, and discontent will rise, or we could beat some sense into them. A few people will get hurt, discontent will fall. No, I'll just ignore them. We've got no discontent, it's fine. I forgot to mention, motivation. Our big problem, and I combed and scoured the comments about what to do in this situation, is motivation. That's why I mentioned every engineer is living in a house. Every house is covered by a chapel. The bathhouse isn't on, but that doesn't give motivation. That just reduces the chance of sickness, so I don't need that. We only picked up sick people from the outside. Everyone inside was actually fine. So once we get through this sick, I'm confident we'll be okay with that. So basically, long story short, I have no idea what to do for motivation. We're going to be trying to pass as many laws as I can that can allow us to fulfill certain objectives to raise motivation, but without it, now, currently, we are suffering a negative 33% efficiency on these buildings. It's a negative 30%, actually. So, not much I can do about that. The overseer's inspection is going to run out in an hour, and this is going to basically collapse down to 0. Now, I don't think you lose if you get 0 motivation. Maybe you do, actually. I don't know. We can find that out, actually, probably here. Prevent motivation from falling below 25% at all costs to avoid a crippling 30% efficiency fall. You say cripple. I say I got absolutely nothing. I got absolutely nothing for that. I say we'll just have to deal with it and pull through, okay? How about that? I say we can pull our way out of it with different technologies and increased supervision. Because that is actually, I mean, 70-ish% isn't too bad, because we get 15% from the security outpost, 10% from work standardization, and as long, if we turned off safety procedures, we'd be pretty much back up to 100. So we'll have to see how it goes. Alright, let's just let time play. Actually, let me just check on things. Is everything okay? We've got 74 people not doing anything. That's a lot of people. So let's get them on coal. We can get to work over there. And we have the... This isn't built yet, so that's okay. Good. Alright, food is about to arrive. 80 raw food in 8 minutes. Let's just speed up time a little bit. It's all about the tech. Tech. Now, as we get through more and more sick people faster, we can take people back off the medical bays and put them into the engineers building. Actually, you know what I meant to do? We're going to order 2 steam cores and 10 engineers. I've been very, very worried about mouths to feed, so I really don't want to bring too much people in. As I explained, with the current amount of fishing docks that we have and that food that's coming in, we don't have enough to really sustain more than 300 people. So we got to be very careful. So in the next 24 hours, another 10 engineers are going to arrive. And a couple of steam cores. Those cores are going to allow us to build steam reloading factories later if we try to get the advanced docks after the factory is built. Alright. Everyone's on their respective buildings. Seems about right. Alright, 70% on the technology. Foragers have reached Site 120. The place eerily resembles our own camp, but destroyed by fire and riots. It seems that their generator was very nearly completed before it blew up. A tragic end. Site 120 has been destroyed by a violent rebellion. Unburied bodies lie everywhere. We found no survivors. Peeking into the generator pit, we saw even more bodies scattered at the bottom. Judging from their clothes, most of the victims were engineers. All buildings are in ruin, gutted by fire or wrecked on purpose. We'll gather whatever supplies we can and leave this terrible place. 10 structural profiles is all we're going to get. The whole site is useless. So that has opened up snowy, what was it? Snowy Hills. Let's go. 9 hours to get there. Well, it's a little concerning the fact that we brought these 50 people here after they've destroyed their home. Well, not their home, but their workplace, and killed. Especially considering we're run by engineers. They probably don't like them very much. Okay, so I'm going to wait for the chapel service to be ready before activating that again. We have 20 people sick now. That's good, so no one's waiting to get treated. And that means that there's 29 people actually just not doing anything right now. But the buildings aren't fully efficient yet. That's why I don't want to assign everyone yet. It's 9 people going to eat. So it's kind of... It's like, oh yeah, you've got people not doing anything. But it's like, well, there's certain buildings that aren't even fully efficient yet. So why pile more onto that? News from London, our last hope. Thank you for investigating Site 120. We were sorry to hear of their fate. Surely the workers you took in must know more than they are letting on. We strongly suspect that subversive elements are hiding among them and urge you to keep an eye out for dangerous syndicalists. According to reports from all over the globe, the cooling shows no sign of slowing down. With other generator projects scrapped, your site is now Liverpool's last hope if the evacuation becomes necessary. You can count on us, apparently. Wow, this is the one that's the best one so far? Jeez. Alright, let's add this to, assign this to be wood. That's going to give us more stockpile. Nice blue oceans. Some greenery yet. Not fully encased in frost. Alright, let's speed us up. So this is going at a decent rate, I must say. Unhealthy levels of safety, though. That's alright. Actually, yeah, let's turn this off and put them on the regular shift. Well, that doesn't make any sense, sorry. Let's put that back on. I was thinking of it the other way around. Sorry, my mistake. We'll leave them on. I'm happy with 76% efficiency, that's fine. Done in 7 hours, apparently. Down with the war. Sir, a worker's mother writes him that his brother was shot dead during a demonstration against conscription, a highly controversial new measure introduced in the second year of the Balkan War. Young people have been protesting it from the start, but this is the first time that the mechanized lancers were sent against them. Oh god. Sounds awesome. Mechanized lancers. Let the man grieve. Strike risk will rise, or censor the letter. Censor the letter. You don't need to be receiving letters while you're on this job, alright? You can find out everything about everything when you go back home. It's not relevant. You can't do anything about it here. You don't need to know about it. Just get the job done. Alright, Foundry research completed. Immediately hop onto innovative process. Now we can see what it does. It reduces the material cost by 20% and time required by 50. Wow, that's actually really good for time. I didn't even think about that. Alright, they're doing it. So we could look to build it right now or do it tonight. When is this ship getting here? 19 hours with extra cores. We've got one core to get started now. Alright. We've got the free hands on deck. Get building. I'm thinking we might build 2 of these. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just wondering, so if this arrives in 19 hours, so it's going to be here tomorrow, but 5 hours early, so it's currently 2 o'clock, about 10 a.m. or something like that, right? 9, 10 a.m. We could get immediately building a second foundry. We can operate both of them to crank out as many steel composites as we can. We need 10 more. That should just get the job, because this is going to finish in 6. So by the time this finishes, we can then shift everyone to working both these 2 factories, hopefully, if we get them both running. That's my logic. Don't know if it's going to work, but we'll try. Alright, we're just going to keep it on speed 2 for a while. Coal is filling up nicely as well, so we could increase the coal storage for a while. I'm sure once we... Yeah, there we go. So it's 5:30 now. They're only going to work for 30 minutes, but that's fine. Just get in there. Crank out. So it's 25 steel and 50 coal. Wow. That's quite a lot. That's way more than I was expecting. 50 coal for one. Jesus. And it's been reduced by 20%. It's not that much. It's going to cost 40 coal. I thought it was going to be like half that. Oh well, get cranking. I know that there's a desire to be like, no, don't make them until you get the tech, but we need to get ahead of our schedule. We're actually ahead of it now because we just built that foundry. It actually says a day ahead. I don't believe it. I don't know what to believe with that thing. All I know is that we have 5 days, really, to get the job done. And that's completing the support frame, building 10 more composites, and starting and finishing the core. So there's a lot to do. Alright, we'll speed up time. The workday is done for tonight. Next law can be passed in 4 hours. Tonight, then, we're going to be activating the Overseer's inspection. We're also going to go with the chapel. We've got plenty of steel and wood, so we can get started on building the next engineer lodging for the next group that are arriving. And another tent. Where can we fit one? To be both in range of the chapel and the bathhouse. About there, seems good. 4 people homeless because of the reconstruction that's going on, but that's okay. Redevelopment. Foragers have reached the snowy hills. We followed the fugitives into the foothills, but lost the trail here. The freshly fallen snow has covered all footprints. Wood and steel. Searching the area, we found some resources scattered around. The fugitives must have left all inessential supplies behind to lighten their load before entering the hills. There's no telling what happened to them. But considering the remoteness of the island, of this land, sorry, and the harsh climate, they're likely to die of starvation and exposure before finding help. Well, I thought the fugitives were the ones that we came across and we took them in. But I guess maybe there's more people that went off and... maybe the ones that started the riot or whatever? I don't know. Is that it? There's no more places to go. So there's the place that's all the way over here. But I kind of want to take that stuff back now. We've got a lot of materials on us. 195 wood. 127 steel. I say just go back. 17 hours to arrive. Let's go. So cool hearing the church bells. Alright, any grave errors or mistakes tonight that I'm making? Probably. Once this goes down to 15, we can clear out one of these medical bays. 4 hours, 3 hours, etc. 2 days, 17 hours. That infirmary is so good at churning through people so much faster. Getting them in, getting them out. New law can be passed. So, I think, I was looking at this in between episodes, I think we're going to go with either extended shift or 2 shifts. So 2 shifts. After introducing this law, new shift length, you can permanently extend the workday in any facility to 24 hours, but you need double the manpower to operate it. Working on 2 shifts causes discontent. Extended shift, however, is similar, but they just work a longer shift, and it causes discontent. So the same people work longer rather than needing twice the amount of people. I prefer that, I think, because we don't have that many people to be operating to double the workforce in any one particular building, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. Extended shift.
Attention, regulations change.
And then we can start early in the morning on this. Get cranking at those profiles. Turn on this to be early in the morning, the ventilation plant. And this is a 24-hour building, so that's fine. This one can stay normal. Its base safety is a lot lower. I know many will complain, but we must work harder to keep the schedule. You're damn right, Johnny O'Reilly. What? 10 hours isn't enough, I suppose, in our circumstances. I like this. They understand. Reason. You know? Understand the situation. Alright, they've got their house built again. Some people got sick because they were homeless for the night, but that's alright, it's fine. Only for a little bit. Alright, we're down to 14. That means we can close this place down. Keep that the way it is. Put everyone else into here. 128% efficiency. Love to see it. 3 hours to go. Start cranking through them. That is a lot of efficiency. Oh, it's because of the food rations, isn't it? Yeah. Nice. I could just hear like wailing and crying. It's not good. The fishing docks can also operate early. Let's do that. That's excellent, actually. It's actually interesting. I didn't really think about that. That could have been 24 hours. The food is my big concern, really. Well, hopefully adding, what is it, 4 extra hours on should do the trick. They normally work 10 hours per day, but now they're going to work 14. Chapel's almost ready for its evening service again. And we're 35% of the way for the innovative process. Maybe we could actually, yeah, I'm just going to do early shift on tech as well because we need it. So I've noticed here that we could definitely, this is why we're bringing in engineers, I guess, but I'm going to bring that down and put 2 more in here. So the work tech. Everyone's now full up on tech. Slightly low efficiencies on the infirmaries, but that's okay. I think we're fine for that. 3 hours to go and we get our extra people arriving. They have houses built already. And they shouldn't be hungry or anything, I don't think, so it's good. So this is started now, has it? 6 a.m. Oh, sorry, they have to do this. There we go. I put them on the wrong thing. Did I do that with everyone? No. So these ones, I guess the thing is, like, you've got the normal shift and the early shift. So it's short, medium, and long. That's really what I should call it. This one only has medium and long. That's why I was getting a bit confused. It's okay, we only lost 10 minutes. It's fine. They're in there now, cranking them out. But we didn't get our core. If I maybe booked the delivery a little sooner of those cores, I could have built a second foundry quicker. The gases actually haven't risen yet, though, so that's a good sign. Alright, it's almost 8 a.m. That's when work starts for everyone else.
The work shift starts. Move.
Now, we're paying for the more expensive steel composites, but I just feel like we need them. So we just need to keep working and eat the cost until we get that technology finished. Alright, they're working on this. 4 hours to go. They're going to get that done today. Safe work conditions and everything. Let's turn off this. Oops. There we go. Transport has arrived. Excellent. We could turn off the safety procedures here. They're alright at unhealthy levels, I think. And they'll get it done in 3 hours now. So, with the cores arrived, it's 9:30 AM, so that's just about when I said it should have arrived. We can now build a second foundry. Hopefully around the time that's done, we can take the people off of this, put them onto that, and start cranking out twice the amount of steel composites. Hopefully. 12 people are sick. I'll keep speeding this up. Less than an hour. They're going to get through that very quickly. It's only 10 rations, right? Was it 10? I think it was 10. Yeah, 10 rations. Not so bad. We have these guys on the early shift as well. Discontent is 0. It's like something's wrong, you know? Motivation is so cripplingly low. But everything else is basically fine. Anyway, speaking of, let's activate the chapel. Let's activate security outpost. And now our motivation is back up. It's going to return our efficiency ratings to their appropriate levels. 125% efficiency. Love to see it. Very low on steel. Coal is actually alright though. 90% of the way for the tech though. So as soon as that's done and this building's done, we can get the cheaper ones on the go. Alright. Good. How ahead of schedule are we? 19 hours. We're falling slightly behind, but not too bad. It was a day, now it's 19 hours. Alright, so they're done in there. Excellent. So that's going to bump us up even further. So we want everyone to go back into here now. 98, 99. Come on, engineers. 100. Alright, the innovative process is researched and the building is done. Hell yeah. Get in there, start cranking them out. Only... Hey, what a... Yeah, 20 steel and 40 coal. Oh, 20 steel, is it? I thought it was... Oh, so it was 25 steel before, was it? Jeez. Yeah, 25 steel. Okay. And this is going to be made 50% faster, so this will probably get done at the same time as this. Because it's halfway done. Alright, so let's go to the research panel. I think now what we could go with is... I want to get to charcoal kiln, but I think it's important to get the advanced docks built first while the sea is still churning and open. And then we can switch over to the charcoal kiln. So we'll bring in as much wood as possible, crank up the wood, store it all up, and then kiln it. Turn it into coal. Hopefully that's not so crazy to try and do. So we can't build the next phase because we need 25 steel composites. But now we've got 2 buildings working them. And we can put them on the long shift as well. Fuck them. Good. Foragers have returned with extra steel and wood. That's excellent because we're going to need it in the in those foundries. So that's actually impeccable timing. We can send these guys back out now. So we've got the rusting rails. And that says a day and 12 hours to arrive. Or we could go next to it. 16 hours. 15 hours. Let's go to the mountain lake. And then we'll just cross to there. So it should cut down on some time. As people have told me. Oh my god, this is so stressful, but I feel like I'm making good moves. Good progress. Oh, there's a strike. Foundry's on strike. Hey people, join us! Stop the work. There was a 1 strike risk low, and they have a strike. Can't get over this sometimes. Alright, appease them with double rations. That seems to just solve the problem. Or you could try to solve them with half the rations. But it could get much worse. I'll just give them the food. Just gonna keep doing that. I'd rather them keep working, and I do worry about food, but it's their loss. Alright, at least if I get the generator done, fair enough, but if they starve to death, it's their fault, not mine. God, this game's so cool. Crank it out. Yeah, look at them, they're almost paired now. Although this isn't going as fast because the efficiency is down because 15 people are going to eat and stuff their fat faces. God damn. Thankless bastards. Sir, workers who you so selflessly decided to rescue, talk to our people to going into strike. They now demand safe working conditions. Oh, it's the same thing we got before, isn't it? Use lethal force or let them strike. I'll let them strike and we'll just pay the food. Pay them off with food. We just did this. Oh, come on. Get together, people. We're together. We're strong. We want change. We want it now. Fuck. That sucks. I just got them out of here. And they just had another event strike. It's a shame it wasn't the other building, because at least I could have paid them off with food and kept going. Fucking sucks, man. Damn it. Whole point of building the second building was to get ahead. And 4 hours have been just crippled out of that, you know? Shit. Damn it, that's so unfortunate. I can't, that's so upsetting to me. Hey, we're full up on wood. Let's activate that. Sorry, I keep forgetting to just add more orders. I'm just worried about the amount of coal and stuff. Let's turn this off. At least they're operating at quite a good efficiency rate. Oh my god, that didn't work? They didn't take the offer? Better food, better working conditions? I'll have to raise work safety above dangerous. Okay, I can do that. There. Okay, that's actually better than giving them the food. They're still working tonight as well, which is good. So we needed 25. Can we make that tonight before 8 p.m.? It's currently 6 p.m. Sorry, new law. Let's have a look at what we can get. We have the extended shift compensations now, which means people working on extended shifts will be compensated with food. This should reduce their discontent. Extended shifts cause less discontent, and people working on the shifts eat half a ration per day. An additional half ration. No, don't have the food to do that. After hours equipment maintenance. Accident risk will be reduced in all workplaces. Discontent will rise permanently. It's actually pretty tempting to do that. Care houses. The gravely ill and amputees will be cared for a low cost in special homes. The gravely ill are kept alive in care houses and no longer burden medical posts. We don't have any, but we'll take this because I think we'll get a motivation boost from it. Motivation will rise. Come on. Come on. What's your problem now? Going to eat 4. It's ridiculous. They're at 127% efficiency. They'll just have to hang on until we come up with something better. Exactly. That's fine. How can you complain about that, really? We still have to build one to actually give them the motivation. The towering smoke looks so cool. Am I forgetting something? I feel like I'm forgetting something, so... Oh yeah, we got the engineers, and there's no one sick anymore. So everyone get into the factory inspectorate. The... research households are full, or buildings are full. So that's full and that's full. So that's it. So we've actually got free engineers now. 4 free engineers. Good. But all the medical bays are closed. So if we need to open a second one, we could do that. And tonight, with more cores, we're going to build another, or increase, or upgrade this reloading station to make steel come in at a faster rate. They are blitzing through these profiles. We made enough, by the way, so tonight we can get cracking on setting the core in place. So that's done. I'm actually going to just turn that off. Turn that off. You know what? Dismantle the building. I don't need this now. Yeah. We need the core more than we need the building. Okay. Oh, we can work the late shift with these things as well. Definitely want to do that. Just make the late shift, just for steel, not for the wood, but for the steel and for the fish. Steel, fish. Anything else? And then maybe the charcoal kilns when we get them set up. But considering we have so much room for discontent, I think it's fine. We could get that care home built. And then maybe... What are we researching, by the way? the advanced dock, so yeah. Maybe another resource depot. It's got a lot of food stored up. Alright, good. We're doing pretty good, I think. Anyway. We're ahead of schedule, 10 hours ahead. We've gotten the plates in place that we need for the... So here we can get started. The core. Let's actually read about it. The heart of the generator. Here, the power of the superheated steam will be divided into 100 streams and harnessed to run the pumps, light the city, heat its homes, and animate its factories. 25 steel composites. Or composites, however you want to say it. So there we go. So in there, we are now... Oh my god. Base safety is -4. And then -2 from toxic gases, which is rising tomorrow. So it's going to be -7. Now to combat that, we can reduce it by 1, 2, 3, 4. 5? Yeah. We are low on coal though. Okay, yeah, just stay on the short shift. Safety procedures. We'll turn this back on. Keep it on short shift. This will be 24 hours. That's okay. That's everything I can do to make it as safe as possible. Obviously, the other buildings will take effect when we put people on this. And then just dedicate 50 people to it now. Now, that's a very high strike chance, but I think that's because of the work safety, yeah. At least they can get started, though. Make some progress. Now, we're going to need, what is it, like 10 more of these steam exchangers. We need 25 and 10. So this needs to get cranking on those, and this needs to keep working as well. Okay. We're not out of the woods yet, but at least we're going to be bringing in steel faster. Good. Carehouse promise fulfilled. Motivation. Look at that. We're flying up, but it's going to tank. As soon as this hits 0, see you later. All that motivation is going to collapse. I don't know what I can do about it. I've exhausted every avenue of support for motivation. Every house is covered by a chapel. Every engineer is living in their lodgings. People have generally pretty good work conditions as well, so I don't know. Sucks. Anything we need to build tonight? Well, it's late in the evening. I don't think so. Kind of low on resources now. I might leave it. No, until we get the advanced docks, we're not going to build them until tomorrow evening. We've reached the mountain lake, so we'll just head now the remaining 9 hours to the rusting rails. The only spot left on the map, apparently, so see if it opens up a new journey for us. Cold snap happening tomorrow morning, another temperature drop of 10 degrees. We're going to go to -10. I reckon at -10 the place will be covered in snow, won't it? Seems likely. I think the sea is going to freeze on day 40, from what I've written down. Day 38 is the last shipment. Speaking of shipments, do we need any more things? Logistical limits up to 50. Cores are always nice. You could make a second infirmary. We could make more factory buildings. Or more steam reloading things. So let's just order 2 cores. Now, what do we have in terms of engineer capacity? 54, right? We've got 49 of them. I say we bring in 5 more then. Fill it up, or 6 more even. No, 5 more, yeah. That's 2. We'll try to get 5. Just need the limit to increase a little bit more. I'm not in any hurry for the cores. We have a free one right now, so it's okay. The advanced docks don't take a core, so that's good as well. So is this building on? This is on. So this will start work at 8 AM. And we'll hopefully see that reduced down. Coal will start burning at 8 AM as well. How much coal do we have left? 13, so that's gone. And this is at 710. And we're gathering from here as well. Okay. But after this technology, charcoal kilns. So hopefully we won't run out of coal too soon. Hopefully. You don't need to work the early shift on this anymore. Get back to the middle shift, please. I wonder, is the long shift... It doesn't seem to hurt safety, but it hurts discontent, whereas the early shift does reduce safety. Or increases it, sorry. Well, in terms of discontent, we're fine, so stay in there. Oh yeah, but the ventilation plant won't be open, so I guess we'll just give them the short shift as well. Okay. Motivation's taken its hit. It's just about managing to stay positive, but it will run out once this hits its 24-hour deadline, and then there's nothing I can do about it. We'll just have to take the hit. We're 2 hours ahead of schedule still, and work is starting in 1 hour and 20 minutes. I just hope it won't get any colder. Winter's here for good. We're screwed, says Nimrod barefoot. It's freezing. How are we supposed to work in such cold? You're supposed to be a man. Alright? I don't know. That's what they told me when I was in school and I complained about anything. Even as a kid, I was like, what does that even mean? Oh, alright. Gas is up to the max level. It's the level of safety we can see in each building now. Unhealthy, harmful, and dangerous. Dangerous is almost as bad as it gets. Now, that seems a bit harsh. Oh, we have to activate the profiles, that's why. Boom. So harmful. It's not so bad, eh? Not great, but it's not terrible either. Okay, so that's the advanced docks. Food and health. Don't need anything to do with the foragers. There doesn't seem to be any places left. Infirmary checklist. People heal 15% faster. That's fine. Safety improvements for the profiles manufacturer, for the foundry. Advanced supercharging. Ventilation coupling. Add a second vent plant. We don't have the coal to support it yet. Safety for machine shop. Excuse me. Advanced reloading stations. So that's 1 core, that's 2. I'm guessing that's 3, there's no way. Charcoal kiln seems to be the obvious thing to get. What's the heat situation? We're still fine. Everyone's still fine. Everyone's toasty, comfortable. We're at -10, that's okay. It's fine. Now, before I let time play any further, let me just check that everything's okay. So we've got 92% efficiency. People are there, ready to go. Strike chance is level 1. Sickness is level... Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. It's harmful. This is still cranking out the composites because we need 10. And this is going to have to make 10 more of these. But I don't want this operational just yet. We'll wait for the coal to run out before assigning more people to the area. Although I guess it would be good to make use of the vent plant for everything while it's on. And this building, really. Just get rid of that last bit and then we'll just transfer them over. Alright, so that coal pile is gone. We're going to assign them into this building. They're on the short shift. Let's turn it on. Let's activate safety procedures. Make this place at least a little bit safer. The advanced docks has been researched, but we don't want to actually use it until tonight. This one can start building at 6. This one can start building at 8. And how much is an advanced docks? It's a shame because it is so early in the morning, but I'd rather the building be constantly operational than stop, start, stop, start. So advanced docks, 80 wood and 40 steel. Okay, so we need 80 steel by the end of the night to get these 2 things built. Keep going with that then. Just keep that order on for a while. 3 hours to go until our crew reaches the final point on the map that we can find, that we know about. It might open up more. Boats are still doing their thing. 8.8 food per hour. Love to see it. Now, I've never really looked at the statistics screen, but if we have a look here, raw food, I'm liking to see those efficiencies all plus 100%, but obviously it's going to collapse in a moment when we suffer the 30% reduction. But if we kind of think of it as sometimes we're above, sometimes we're below, maybe it kind of evens out to be about 90 on the whole. I don't know. But if we look at the current raw food gain, or sorry, ration gain, it's 460, let's just say. 460 minus 300. we're storing about 160 food per day until this runs out. You can't see me, but I'm rubbing my head. Stressing out. But yeah, so we're storing in excess of food right now, which is good. But then obviously once that ends, and then once the sea freezes, by the time the sea freezes, we'll need to have had about 1,800 food in storage. We could maybe get away with like something like 1,500 food, because they'll be hungry for a day, but maybe not die because they didn't eat. So I guess we'll just have to see how it goes. Foundry's on strike. Shock. 1 strike level, of course it's on strike. You want change, you want it now. I can't get over this. I mean, I feel like I've played quite decently, and 1 strike level is causing strikes. It's like, this is insane. It's gotta, can you must, if you have a level 4 strike risk, it must just be instant. Offer them the day off, try to appease them with the rations. I'll give them the, I'll try this again. Big food, 40 food, just keep working if you can, please. Okay, it worked. Don't like doing that, obviously, but I feel like I have to. It's just, I'd rather take a guaranteed success over a chance almost any time. So at least I can plan that way. There goes the motivation, by the way. They're like, oh, they're not watching over us anymore. Fuck it, right? Oh, I don't think it's enough. It's not enough. Damn it. How's that the case? I thought when it wears off, it just takes away what it gave you. But it seemed to have taken off less. Or more, I mean. It took away more motivation. Damn it. That's so cool. You can actually see it like making things. It's like satisfactory. Well, actually, it's at 138%. Oh, no, we're okay. It did do it. Oh, right, okay. I guess maybe it's just like took me a little bit of time playing. Okay, we've just barely kept ourselves motivated. So 138% efficiency, love to see it. We're almost out of steel though, so I don't even know if I can keep up that amount, but we'll see. Coal is nearly gone as well. This costs 20 steel. Get started, I guess. So we got 15 of those, so now we need, what was it, 10 more? Yeah. 10 more, and then we have 25, and then we need 10 composites. But that only needs to be done by the time this is finished, so this still has quite a long time to go. And is this operational right now? It is. It's just the bar's glitched. It's not filling up. But it's at 8%. Alright, we're at the rusting rails. Hundreds of huge, extremely heavy rails lie here, partially sunken into the frozen ground. Nothing here. Oh, wow. And no new place. That's it. We have uncovered everything. I'm really surprised at that, because lots of people were saying like, oh, you definitely need more foragers, get the forager techs, you need 3 foragers. So I don't think so. Unless because now it's like it's snowy that there's no more. I don't know. It doesn't see it. I don't think so though, because it hasn't frozen over yet. Done. We did everything. Wow. So now we get to come back and we can disassemble these guys and get them back working. Break apart the team, I guess. So how much do we get back for them? 10 steel and 15 workers and 20 wood. 15 workers anyway. It's good. 6 people are sick, 8 people not doing anything total. And currently understanding or researching charcoal kilns. Okay. What is it now? Fire danger. Sir, a small fire is broken out in the unfinished core. We managed to put it out before it spread, but this is bound to happen again if we don't improve the safety. Additionally, we can build a fire dampener inside the structure to limit the scale of any potential fires and the damage from them. Build the dampeners. 5 steel composites. Do we have that? I thought we only had 4. Remind me later or we'll manage without them. Fuck it, build it. Yeah, safety above all. Let's go. Oh my god, apparently we did. Well, that was luck as well. I was just making them to make 10. Now we're even further behind getting that 10. Okay, well at least they can keep working on that for now. Administration, let's see. Didn't want to add the more shift things. So what do we have here? Cocaine pills help with motivation, but people might die. Low risk of death by overdose. No. Medical repatriation. Thanks for the comment. You caught me up on reading that wrong. Repatriation or something I was saying. I don't know what I was saying. It's totally wrong, whatever it was. Repatriation. We can't afford feeding those who can't work. Therefore, the amputees shall be sent back to London into the care of their families, or we will return our amputees the ability to work by ordering prosthetics for them. Prosthesis. New resource. Prosthesis ordered through the telegraph station. Amputees fitted with prosthesis in medical facilities will be able to work again. Or medical repatriation care house. Residents of the care house will be sent back to London, freeing the space, no longer consuming food. Yes, let's do that.
New rules in effect.
Let's order the shipment. 2 more cores, 4 more engineers. Stocking up on engineers in case we get lots of sick people. This thing being harmful, there's risks of accidents, right? So, you know, it could... I mean, we did just give them steel composites. Hopefully that helps. But they could have an accident. And the worse this is, the more people that could die or get injured. We haven't had anyone die yet. I'm hoping to never have anyone die. Great, lose a leg, get a ticket home to starve with your family. We have no place for people who can't contribute to the project. You're such an asshole, Bertram Morris. How can you say that? I'm like, oh, if you're injured, you get to go home. I could have said, if you're injured, I'm going to fit you with a mechanical arm and put you back to work. Surely people would be unhappy with that. You can't win with these people. It's the life of a politician, I guess. You're always pissing someone off. Madness. Madness, I say. Alright. Let me just pause and take a break. Let's reassess the situation. So we don't have enough steel to make another one of these things. We need 20. We're out of coal as well, so that's it. You might as well get off the building. Do something else. Get out of there. What could we do? What could we do? Yeah, I mean, ideally these people will just work tonight at reloading, building more reloading stations and stuff. I guess we could give a build order for another resource depot. It looks like we're super full. Hang on, maybe before I do that, let's check what we've got. So we have food, wood, coal. Right, we don't need that anymore. Change that to wood. So that's fine. We have a sawmill here. Let's go build another sawmill. Only 10 wood. Just have one ready to go. Okay. Let them build that. Got coal that's not being used either. Get on that. Ventilation plant's going to run out in a moment if we don't get that coal back up. It's barely staying even. What's the problem now? Thankless bastards. Let them strike again. Do I just have to beat the shit out of these people? Is that the only way they'll stop this? A workplace at the construction site will go on strike. Oh, so it could have been any workplace. Alright, there's only one active. Oh, actually, if it was that one... I was going to say, if it was that one, it'd be alright. We've got a lot of food. I mean, it seems like it. We have to store some, so... Let's just try this again. Try to appease them with extra rations. Look, we'll give you 50 food if you just back the F down. Please. The thing that annoys me... I guess it is extra... Oh, it worked. I guess it is extra food. It's like they still eat regularly, you know? But I guess it is extra. It's not like you're replacing the meal they'd otherwise get. So we can't build that either. Actually, we can. We have the steel, just not the coal. So they can keep working. And they're in safe conditions now. Turn that off, then. It's like safe? Too safe. We have an infirmary for a reason. We expect a few accidents here and there. A few little scuffs and bruises. You know, there we can clean them right up. We're out of coal. That's not good. Turn it back on. Keep trying to turn it back on. We've got 2 coal. I see 2 coal. Get it back on. Oh, God. God help us. Dangerous. Look, if we don't have coal in the bank, I'm going to have to turn this off. Not risking it being dangerous. It's too crazy. So we'll just have to stop while we're ahead. We're 10 hours ahead at least. We're going to store up as much coal as we can. These tonight we get charcoal kilns, and we'll build like 2 or 3 of them, and just ram everyone onto it. And then coal should be fine. So it's 4 p.m. They would have been off now, so we only lost about an hour. It's nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. And the engineers are going to keep working into the night, which is good. As are the steel gatherers. Right, charcoal kilns research. 30 wood, 30 steel. Now the next thing down, what does it do? Charcoal kiln thermostat. Kilns will produce 33% more coal. Well, that's perfect. Let's go. So they currently make 70 wood turns into 170 coal. I don't know what 30% of that is, but I don't know. What would 30% of 200 be? About 70, 60. So reduce it down about 60, 6, 12, 18. 60 more coal for the same amount of wood, right? It doesn't say it's making it faster. It says it's making more coal. 33% more coal. So yeah, about 60 more. So 240-ish? Something like that. A bit less than that. Let's conservatively say 220. Sounds good though. At least food is looking good. And then we'll probably burn through like tons and tons of wood. I'd like to get another resource storage up. But it's 10 steel. We kind of need it. Like wood and food are both pretty full. I don't know what our capacity here is. Maybe 900? Yeah, I think it's 900. So we could probably keep storing. We're probably fine. Alright, good. So what time is it? It is 6 p.m. So work is over for the majority of the work sites, but it's still going for the steam reloading station. It's almost 8 o'clock. Tonight we build... Actually, we should start that now. Start getting our first advanced docks in. And this is done now as well. Okay, so 53 steel left over. That means we can build the second advanced docks or start with a... Yeah, it's one or the other. Or start with the charcoal kiln. It's got to be one or the other, though. I think the advanced docks is more important because it brings in more steel overall. Alright, so that's increased now to an advanced docks. Let's get the other one done. So we have 28 left. We needed 30, right? Yeah, it's such a shame. We're only too short. So as soon as the 6 a.m. kicks off in the morning, this building will start pulling in more. And not only that, with an advanced docks, we're going to pile up a third pile. So we can use the steam core that we salvaged earlier to make another reloading station. So steel, I want to be fucking shoving steel into this place, you know? So we can actually get these buildings operational and fix the economy so we can really start churning up the coal. Or creating coal. At least we've got a lot of wood stored. So if you think of it like... What was it? We get like 7... We almost get 3 times the amount of coal back for the amount of wood we have. So you could sort of say that this amount of wood here, 1,300, we've kind of got 3,000 coal. And that's discounting the fact that we've 300 wood that we could even use then for building, right? So take away that 300 we've got for building, and then 1,000 we could basically say is used for conversions into coal. Potentially. Motivation is teetering on the edge, as always. No sickness. That's pretty good. How's the cold? People are warm. I haven't got any heat technologies yet. That's a bit of a concern. And then another temperature drop on day 35. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We're currently still trying to get this core built. We're at 17% progress. The gases are falling down tomorrow, making this place a lot safer. So that's good. We have another use of profiles, so we can use profiles one more time here before we'll have to actually either make some or just try not to have any. 7 sick people total. Not too bad. Falling behind schedule now, though. If this place becomes safer, we can actually maybe sacrifice the safety for an increased full-day work shift after the gas falls down. That might be a good idea. I think we'll need to do that. And just deal with the accident chance and hope for the best. Oh my days. Alright. I think we might have to leave it there, actually. Maybe we'll just wait for the morning. Get us set up with... No, you know what? It's actually a good place to end. It sets us up. We'll wait till 6 a.m. These guys are back now. So the team has arrived. Oh, that's perfect. Because this will now disband. Gives us back the steel that we needed. And the workforce to now get cracking on a charcoal kiln. So we can do one there, one there, one there, and one there. Look at that. It fits perfect. All within the security outpost. All getting the efficiency benefit. And there we go. So straight away, first thing in the morning, we can get cracking on creating coal and keep that ventilation plant running. So that's the goal. Alright guys, the motivation has fallen. Mine has too, I'm not going to lie. We're slightly behind schedule now. I'm 5 hours behind. The last thing to do is just build that damn core. We're at 17%. 50 men needed on the job, 50 workers. Work safety is going to be a challenge to combat, but it's only day 32. If we could just get that done by 3 p.m. day 35, we're golden. So we'll see how it goes. That's going to be it for this episode. I think I'm just keeping my head above water, hopefully. Food is looking a little bit safer, but like I said, we need to always have about 1,600 in the bank by the end. Why aren't you efficient? Oh, because of the efficiency just dropped down, of course. Yeah, so we'll see how that's going to affect us. I've been calculating my numbers based on motivation being at 30% or whatever, so we'll have to see. Alright, that is going to be it for this episode. In the next one, I'll add the next 10 engineer names. Of course, 2 more are about to arrive, or 4 more, so that's cool. Alright, that's going to be it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you want to support this series directly, you can click the join button to become a channel member. Doing so will get your name in the credits, as well as loyalty badges and emotes to use in the comments. If you don't see the join button, it means the video has been copyright claimed, but you can still join from the channel page on desktop. You can also link your account to our Discord to get a special role on there that will give you access to the Senate House and a few other perks.